So it's going to be hard to get it off their neck.
Yeah, I reckon we're gonna have to kill them one by one to get rid of the horns.
Then I go in and I seduce them all.
Yeah, well, that's an idea.
I grew up with half of them, so can't be that hard.
Do we want to go and take care of the hunting party so they don't come back half if we're an attack and then fuck us over?
Oh, I think that goes without saying at this point. Hunting party is a yes, they would need to be killed and they need to be killed first.
Yes.
Shall we go attack the hunting party and then worry about them lot when they decide what they're doing? Because they might send people out like this, what we said, and it's less to worry about.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going to go for the hunting party. That will require some tracking. So as usual, I'll take up to 2 survival checks from the group.
Yeah. 1 second. This is technically forest?
Yes, and so you would kind of go in the direction, kind of giving the camp a wide berth, looking for tracks, which would be pretty easy to find. So I won't make you roll for that, but to follow them, I will need a survival check.
Okay. I will roll 1, and automatically I know how many there are, how long ago they are in front of us, and their size.
Alright, so with a 25 or 24, there are 4 of them, and they were here about 20 minutes ago or so, maybe a little longer, 30 minutes ago. So you are going to follow them, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow them out into a more open plains area. It is now about... I keep losing my calendar. It is now about 12:50.
Okay, so I have like 10 minutes left on my comprehend languages.
Yeah. And in the distance, you would see, it looks like a bunch of them are moving over a nearby hill pretty quickly, at which point you can't see them anymore, but you think they are close. Here, let me set the scene. Alright, so you'll be coming in over here. So you're kind of coming in from behind some trees back here. No, don't put yourself on the board unless I say to. Hang on a sec, I gotta place you. Okay, so that's 3 of you. No one. And, who am I missing? Duran, or... Philia, right. So you just saw them to the west of you.
Okay.
Over here. Go over this hill. But you don't see them anymore.
Is
what do you want to do?
From this map accurate?
It should be. Here, let me double check. Yeah, it is. It should be 5 feet per, with the diagonals every 2 being an extra 5 feet. So yeah, distance should be accurate. What does the group want to do? There's only 4 of them, so you don't think it should be an issue to take them?
Are there any animals around us?
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention, when they went over the hill, they were chasing a deer that they had hit with a javelin.
Okay.
Probably let them catch it, and then we could kill them.
Yeah, so you don't see them now because the hills are kind of in the way, but you're pretty sure they're over there somewhere. Are you just going to wait here and pass time, or how do you want to do this?
Should we sneak over?
Yeah, I want to go around the hills.
Maybe
I'm not very
one.
sneaky.
Me too.
I think you do have Pass Without Trace for 10 more minutes.
But everyone, run forward!
As long as they are within 30 feet of you.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and keep everyone within 30 feet of me as we go forward, so...
Alright, so you move
Everyone
forward
coming?
as a group. Go ahead and make stealth checks for everyone, including the pet. And you get plus 10 to it.
Okay, so let's do stealth.
29.
28.
Alright, so I think 14 is the lowest roll.
1 second. Yeah. Horse as well.
Oh, are you still riding that?
Yeah, I'm still riding my horse.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, sure. Horse as well then.
Darno!
I got a 21. I want to be quick and agile. And horses are quick and agile.
He's
All right.
trotting.
Unfortunately, they are a bit louder, but the sound of, or I should say, Quentin's spell is actually masking the horse's movements quite well. So, if you're on a horse here, I'll just have, what type of horse was it?
That was a riding horse, I thought.
Might as well just make it for you. In case you get knocked off it or it gets killed or something. Riding horse. It's easy enough. And I will give you control over that horse. Okay, so actually, even with the horse, I think Moonbiter's making the most noise, but it's still being covered very well by the quiet of the spell. So go ahead and move yourselves as you approach.
Right, so we get all the way over here.
You,
I'll wait for Moonbiter and no one. Okay, so as you get, and I assume you're going up on the hill?
I want to go around it myself.
Kind of trying to stealth over. So yeah, as you get up the hill, you would see on the other side the 4 orcs crouched over what looks like the deer who is down.
Perfect.
So far, they have not noticed you. So we'll say they're kind of surrounding the dead deer, which is right here. One of them is kind of picking it up to put over his shoulder.
Okay.
It looks like they already have some other things they've hunted, like there's some squirrels hanging off their belts, and but this seems to be the biggest thing.
Can I sneak towards the rocks here?
Yeah, I need another stealth check then.
Yeah, excuse me.
21 if I'm out of Quentin's range.
Are you? You are. Okay, so he, even with being outside, you are very quiet as you kind of duck down behind the rocks. Doesn't look like they've noticed you yet.
Can I hear what they're saying?
So one of them says, we should still look around a bit more. There might be more game in the area. Yes, agreed. Maybe another deer before we go back. Should set us up for a bit. And at this point, they will kind of start moving north. This guy is looking around. He's going to make an act.
They're not gonna like talk about their love lives or like have any bro moments.
So what happened with Gina? Oh, Gina.
Yeah.
Gina is something, let me tell you. So this one makes an active perception check as he's kind of looking around the area for more game.
Gina's staying with your mothers.
Yeah. Things not going well. Oh, sorry, bro. Moonbiter, you're a 14, right?
I am 14.
Okay. So they haven't noticed any of you yet. He says, this area looks clear. We should head north, maybe. More game in the forests up there. Does the group want to do anything? Looks like they're getting ready to move on.
Philia will go ahead and cast silence.
Give me initiative rolls.
No. We didn't need to.
Yeah.
They must die.
No, but we don't need to. They're far away.
As long as it's on them and not us, I don't care.
Boop. Make sure I put that
Okay.
first.
And I'm gonna save my D8 for later.
Don't you only have one for a little while longer?
Does Philia cast this before we roll into initiative?
No,
or
it's
after?
gonna be cast. Like basically, initiative starts now as she's casting.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't go off just yet. She's planning to do that though. First act.
Because I wanted to kind of sneak up behind them and try to like take them by surprise.
Okay. Do we have everyone on initiative? Looks like it. Okay. And yeah, the horse is acting on Duranu. So, oh, and could you roll for your beast and put him right behind you, just so we have him on the initiative roll? So, like the markers go off him correctly and everything as his turn passes.
Yeah, I can roll for him, but I can't move him to just after me. But that number is perfect for doing that.
Well, you can adjust his initiative. So, like, you can make him 18.16 if you want to. You should be able to edit it. But it looks like that worked out, so that's fine. So the first to act is Duranu. So you see Philia start casting.
Okay. So I see, just like at a glance as we were sneaking up to them, did I see like any horns or anything around these guys then?
So this guy has a horn.
Cool. Let's run out with on it, and then I'm gonna run out.
Orc's like, huh? As suddenly this stealthy as F horse just suddenly appears from nowhere. From behind
Quiet
them.
horse. Well, he loses passive traits. I think I've gone out Quentin's range now. Just gonna draw my longbow and shoot at this guy.
Okay. He has some cover from his buddies, but go ahead.
Yeah.
12 is actually going to miss as the arrow flies past and like hits the floor over here. Anything else?
Yeah, bonus action. Whistle the Drake. Go fuck your shit up.
Okay. So
It's a Drake then.
yeah, so the Drake goes. What's he doing?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can't make it there. Like, way too far.
Alright, so he
You
rushes.
still have to dodge.
Alright, rush forward and dodge. Also, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Duranu. I'm not sure why that is. You sound kind of like far away.
Yeah, he's got a dash to make it into range.
Alright,
That's his turn.
so he rushes up. Does not dodge, right? Because he dashed.
Yeah, he had to dash.
So no one. You get to go.
And which guy was the guy with the horn?
This one over here. Now, if you leave cover, you'll lose your stealth. So keep that in mind. If you rush up on them, they will see you coming. But they are all surprised right now because they had no idea the group was coming.
Okay. I don't get sneak attack if I use a spell, right?
No, you have to use a
A
dexterity weapon. Yeah, like I think finesse weapon.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna activate my Blade Song.
Okay. So you spend one of your daily blade song uses.
Yep. Do I want to do that? Yes, because I get them back after a long rest, don't I?
Yeah, so you might want to save them. Maybe.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save it actually. But I have like 5 daggers.
Okay. Do you want to throw a dagger?
I'm gonna throw a dagger at the dude.
Alright, so he does not see you because of your stealth, so you have advantage on this attack.
I still don't hit.
Jeez. Alright, so he's standing there, wide-eyed as the dagger just flies past him. He doesn't even see you throw it. He's like, oh, suddenly turning towards you now.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move over here. And hopefully he will not see me.
Alright, Moonbiter.
I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll just take the dodge action.
Okay, you take the dodge action. The first orc is surprised. He loses his turn, but is no longer surprised. The second orc is surprised, loses his turn, but is no longer surprised. Third, same. Fourth, same. Quentin.
Right, so these 4 orcs, are any of them like heavily armored with metal and stuff, or are they all just like lightly armored?
They have the normal orc armaments of hide armor, which is heavy armor, but it is made of skins.
Right, okay, so that one. And we need at least... Moonbiter needs to be able to reach them for fight, so there's another one. Okay, right.
This guy
so
is fumbling for his horn. The others look like they're going to draw their blades, their axes.
Yeah, we gotta take out that horn guy.
I don't have range. No. I could do that, right, okay. Please work. I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Okay, so you would cast Entangle. Go ahead and place your Entangle.
It is
20-foot square.
20 square. Okay, so I have 1 and on 2 get like that. Yeah.
So affecting those two.
I angle it so that I get. Yeah, because the other ones, yeah, them two, especially the one who's going to blow his horn.
Just to let you know, entangling him will not stop him from blowing his horn. Because it just keeps him from moving. But he can still take actions.
Alright, I won't do that then. I will... How far away is it? I will... He is... Meeting work. Okay, so I will move...
Alright, make sure you give yourself back the spell slot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what are you doing?
I'm going to do Ice Knife.
We might actually want them to look for like 20 minutes away.
Alright, so you're going to cast Ice Knife. Go ahead and link that spell. Remember to give yourself back the spell you just used.
Yeah. At the one who just blew the horn. At the one who's going to blow the horn.
So 12, unfortunately... Oh, wait, you have high ground from the hill. 13... Ooh, but he has cover. No, with the cover, that would miss. However, you would hit this one. So you have enough to strike this guy. So he takes the hit instead taking 7 piercing. And then there is an explosion of ice, which affects... How big is the explosion?
I think it's 5 feet.
Everyone within 5 feet.
Alright, so just him. So he has to make a dex save. 14 would just make it. Does he take half damage or nothing?
It is... Dexterity saving takes... must succeed on a dexterity... Or take... Yeah, so if he succeeds, he doesn't take any.
Okay, so he would take the 7 from the hit, but nothing else. Looking very angry at you. Anything else, Quentin?
Let me check long stride. Ooh, I do that. Okay, no, that's everything.
Alright, Philia, I assume you are casting the silence. So go ahead and minus a second level spell, or just, one of your spells, because you only have the one type. And go ahead and place the 20-foot radius.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Ooh.
Wow.
And right there.
Alright, so the area suddenly, as you heard them yelling and taking their things out, you now hear nothing from where they are. And they as well look a bit confused. Oh, mark yourself as concentrating, Philia.
Right there. And concentrating is, let me see. This one? It's the one with the guy on the ground, right?
It is the... I mean, it's in the Combat Master, but it's this one, basically.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That is it for you?
Yes.
Alright, Duranu.
Let's go over this way. Not
Right.
there.
So you ride around to get a clear shot on that guy.
Yes. And I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. 22, yep, that's going to hit. So he takes 8 points of piercing damage, looking wounded. Alright, so your Drake uses his reaction to infuse the arrow with lightning. And he takes another 5 lightning, looking near dead.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Right, go fuck him up.
Alright, so that's it for you. Drake goes.
Right. Yeah, this is reaction back, and then full attack. Yeah, hey, he's gonna go
So
first one.
this guy is going to try to kick it as it runs past.
Okay.
So I'm going to make Great Axe, but it's going to be a kick attack. That would be 12 versus AC.
That misses.
Alright. So he used his reaction. The Drake jumps at the guy who's fumbling for the horn. 14 would strike as he brings him down, biting in his neck. Ah! Anything else?
Both of those.
No one.
This is the dude here with the horn.
Yeah, the horn is now laying on the ground. Because he had it, basically, he was fumbling for it, had it in his hand, and then, it fell to the floor.
Okay, I want to run up and I want to grab the horn. Oh wait,
Okay.
I don't have enough.
I think you would have to stop here. Yeah, that would be 30 feet.
Can I grab it?
You'd have to use a dash to move farther. Or you could attack the orc to the south of you, who just got ice knifed.
He is engaged currently, so...
Matt, you would get sneak attack.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll take out my my super nice dagger.
Alright.
And I will attempt, because I haven't been hitting it.
16 will strike as the orc says, Trisha, why? Stab.
This is for Gina.
This is for Gina. I love Gina. Alright, so you stab him. Go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack.
She told me all about what you've done. Where am I? Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Snicker snack. Ah!
Alright, well, not the most impressive. But 7 down. Ooh, he is barely alive.
I am not rolling well today.
I didn't infuse strike on it, did hardly fucking anything.
Anything else?
He did take 1 more point of damage from Fuse Strike. If that kills it or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright, so the Drake uses his reaction to give you another point of damage. He is electrocuted as your dagger is suddenly electrical. Anything else?
I look surprised at my shocking dagger.
The Drake gives you a thumbs up.
I just
You were
Grows
confused.
opposable thumbs. And...
Yeah.
nice. Okay, we're done.
Moonbiter.
I'll go 1, 2, 3. First attack against this guy right next to me.
Okay.
Boop.
Alright,
Bonus
so
attack.
you stab and then swing around. Ooh, but both attacks miss as he's drawing his weapon.
That's me.
So he is going to draw his great axe, roaring with fury, at this dishonorable surprise attack, and he is going to let loose on you with a great axe. 18.
That hits.
Alright, so you are clipped with the weapon, taking 12 slashing. His turn ends. This guy is gonna roar at Duranu for shooting his buddy.
Can't roar because he's in silence.
Okay, well, he's gonna look like he's trying to roar with frustration. He's gonna draw his axe and run at Duranu. He's gonna attack your horse.
I'm gonna take a attack of opportunity on him if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead and spend your reaction.
All of these animal abusers.
And I'm gonna make that a trip attack.
Honestly.
Alright, so 19 would strike as you kind of spin the pole around, clipping his feet. That's plus 6 damage.
Yes.
Alright, so apparently you just like hook his neck and he goes down. That is it for him. The other two are dead, so it is Quentin's turn.
And there's just the one fighting Moonbiter. Okay, I'm gonna cast Frostbite on it.
Alright, so you chant casting Frostbite. He'll attempt a con save to resist. He resists. So he takes no damage.
Yeah, then that.
Alright,
That's basically everything.
Philia.
Leo will go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast on the gentleman right here.
Alright, you have high ground and he does not have cover. So you would have +1 to the attack. Pew pew. Yeah, 16 will hit with the first shot. Oof. He is badly wounded from that. Well, no, he's wounded. He's not badly. He's still alive.
And then bonus action, I will summon, Philia will summon the Tentacle of the Deep.
Alright, so your tentacle would arise from the ground, creeping everyone out as usual. As it...
Put it right there.
If you don't have a macro, you can use Eldritch Blast to attack with it, because I believe it can attack the turn it comes into play.
Yeah.
Oh, does
you
it?
made her a macro last session. I think.
Oh, did I?
He did.
Okay.
He
So
did,
yeah.
So let me pull it up right quick. Give me a second.
So the tentacle reaches out, smacking the, or attempting to smack the orc, who is, really creeped out. Oh, well, unfortunately it is unsuccessful as the orc kicks it back, saying, "What is that?" in Orcish. Anything else, Philia?
That will be her turn.
Duranu.
Let's shoot the guy.
Alright, so you ready another arrow and fire down. 17 will strike as he takes an arrow right to the back and goes down.
Can I command my Drake? He can't hear me.
No, the Drake is just sitting there looking around confused. But that would be the end of combat.
Okay.
What do
Can
you
I
all...
grab the horn?
Yeah, it's just laying on the ground. You can grab it.
And I'm gonna walk out of the silent spell.
Okay.
And can
Yep.
I yell to you guys? Guys, I think we should blow it.
I don't think we should blow it here.
Why not?
I think what we should do is move into a position where we're ready to attack their base,
It's gonna take
and
them like
then
it's gonna take them like 20 minutes to get here.
it's going to take them 20 minutes.
So, Moonbiter, give me an intelligence check. You might know something here.
Whoop.
You know that if this is Captain Graves, he is a very skilled commander. He might not just send people out like blindly for a horn blow.
Yeah. I would relay that. Just say that he's a cautious person, so a horn blow
Right,
might not do anything.
Do you know the specific horn blow for "we need help"? I'm assuming there's more
Raven?
than one signal.
I mean, these hunters were gonna blow the horn, right? So what would happen if that had actually succeeded?
Well, your point is you're going to blow the horn here, and then they're going to head towards us, and we're going to want to head in the direction they're coming from. So
Just to really quickly, Duranu, or not Duranu, Moonbiter. So your thoughts are, if the horn was blown, he would probably tighten up defenses and send scouts to see what's going on.
Yeah, that I kind of assumed. I didn't know if you were gonna have me roll for information. So yeah, I would pass that on. That a horn blow just means danger, so that means they'll be expecting somebody to show up to fight them, or they'll be ready to fight.
Okay, so they're not gonna send aid to their buddies.
They would probably send scouts out, but at the end of the day, if the scouts don't return, then they'll know someone's out
for
here.
a far horn blow, like from something far away, from something close to base, most likely they would try to rush aid. But for something far away, they probably wouldn't just rush all their troops out.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So if we need to get closer to blow the horn, whoever's blowing the horn is taking the horse.
Well, I could blow the horn and then wild shape into a direwolf and just run away.
How fast is a direwolf?
50, but if I cast long stride, I'm 60 for an hour.
Same as the horse.
Or I could turn into the horse and cast long stride and then move at 70.
I'm just saying, like, we have a summoning device for these orcs.
That
Well-
we'd have to get closer to use effectively.
Well, do that. I will blow the horn, wild shape into a horse, cast long stride on myself, and then I run away very fast. And then you can all go in and attack the very few who are left. But if I'm a horse, I can't come back and fight.
No. So if you take the horse, run away, and then circle back round to where we are and join in the fray. That way you're not wasting a wild shape. You
then
still
you
get the
lose your
60 movement.
Well, why,
You lose your-
like, just turn into a direwolf then, because then you can still fight as a direwolf. Yes, the horse is faster, but it's also...
I think what we also have to remember, I think what Quentin's saying when he say he won't be able to make it back, is that once we begin fighting, every round is 6 seconds. So if he's 10 minutes away, that means he's like, okay,
But
I'm not
they
gonna do the
don't-
math.
But we're not doing it from a... We're not calling the horn from a distance.
It depends how close we have to be to blow the horn. That's
Yeah.
the thing. For them to come, it depends how close. If I've got to be 10 minutes away, then I'll never make it back. But if I'm closer... But then we also got to think, if I'm closer, that's closer for them to come back to help.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. We were doing it farther away, because if he blows the horn, we see them leave and go attack, and then they're just like turn around and see us attacking, then it defeats the purpose of the horn.
So, Moonbutter, how far would I have to be away for them to think it's worthwhile and yet have a good enough advantage that they're far enough away we don't have to worry about them?
I mean, essentially, I would imagine. So, how far away from the camp are you right now? Would you say?
You are about 20 minutes, so definitely not close, but not that far. You think at this distance he would send scouts,
Yeah.
and he would close. He would go defensive, probably pulling everyone back
Unless,
to the house.
unless we blow the horn from the opposite side of the camp from where everybody is, and then send he sends his army towards one side of the camp while we take out anyone who's left on the other side.
Yeah, mechanically speaking, to get him to send a bunch of guys towards the horn, it would probably have to be on that map, like close to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he wouldn't want to get his soldiers that far away from the main base without knowing what's going on.
Essentially, if we were going to do this as a distraction, I would assume we would do it mainly if we could find Captain Graves himself and target him. Because if we got him out of the fight early, then that would be incentive for the rest of them to
Describe
surrender.
what Captain Graves looks to me, because I saw someone telling people what to do with pointing at a map, so maybe he was in there.
Raven? I don't have a description for him.
Give me a. I guess give me a intelligence to describe someone. I'm pretty sure you. Okay. Yeah. So from the description that you're given from Quentin, that does sound like Graves. So he was probably in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say something about using the people back at Chaur, as an offering to him to bring him to the table, Graves, or not?
I was, but I think that since we're already here, the time for that is kind of past. I think that maybe depending on how the fight goes, if we can get Graves to, if we use this distraction to have him send the guards out, and then we can identify him and try to take him out, and by take him out I mean non-lethally, just incapacitate him, then maybe with the leader down, it'll be easier to get the rest to surrender instead of having to fight through everybody, and then we can, and then I could use him as a bartering chip.
Well,
But for now, it's hard for me to make any kind of argument with the people back in town because I can't confirm that they're there. He could just think I'm lying.
Well, I was just saying this because to ask, like, you got a great accent. How hurt are you?
If that was directed at me, it was super muffled, so I didn't understand what he
Yeah,
said.
like I said, Durrani, your voice is very muffled.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. How injured are you?
Sounds better now. I don't know what you did, but
Because you got hit with a great axe. I'm assuming that hurt quite a bit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
You were clipped by it. He doesn't look wounded yet, but he probably looks a bit tired. His armor took most of the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, the whole point of us coming out here was that we know that we'll have time taking out the hunting party, so we shouldn't have to worry about anything immediately. So we can get closer to the camp, find a good spot where blowing the horn would create a little bit of misdirection, and then take a short rest.
Another option is to send Moonbiter and I in for a distraction while everybody sets up a trap.
How useful do you think 2 distractions would be? Like, horn one side, very loud noise the other side.
Would they buy it though?
I think that they would probably just tighten up the offenses because at that point that's 2 threats from 2 different sides potentially. So they would probably just bunker up, expecting to get hit by other side. If we have too much going on, they're going to assume there's a large force, and then they'll just sit and turtle. If we have something that they can go check out without seem too dangerous, like somebody calling for help, then I think that works better.
Here's a very stupid
No.
idea that everyone can probably shoot down. What if I wild shaped into a cave badger and dug tunnels around for everyone to use, and with like outcroppings near them, and people can dive in and attack the ones who are watching or dig to the main building?
How long would that take?
I don't know. It's 15 feet. I can dig 15 feet every 6 seconds. I can dig as a cave badger, and it's a
But
medium-sized animal.
Can you dig 15
Oh.
feet large enough for all of us to fit through?
But it's a
Can I
medium-
just,
it's
like-
a medium turn.
Or can you
I was gonna
fit?
say,
Or can you only fit like the cave badger?
yeah, like mechanically speaking, burrowing isn't excavating 15 feet of dirt, it's moving 15 feet through the dirt. You're not making a tunnel behind you.
Yeah.
So it will
I
take a
think it
lot
was a-
longer.
I said it was a stupid idea. It was just.
Yeah. I would argue also that if we could just make tunnels without having to do support beams or have to worry about structural integrity, that would be a little bit OP. So it could be fun, but that's also how I see us all dying.
We could go back to Chaur, buy a couple of shovels and some timber axes, get
Just
started
take a
on the
week
tunnel.
to dig there. Yeah.
I was like, what happened
actually-
to us?
We actually have a couple shovels.
That would be a good idea, other than the fact that they'd probably figure out something was going on in a week to dig this tunnel.
Okay.
Like,
That's
hey
not hard
guys,
to
has this
So-
tunnel always been here? Oh god!
Something
Yes.
we can do is, since we've already, just let's not stand around here in the plains where anybody can see us. Let's go back into the forest, find a nice little place. We can take a short rest so I can heal up, and we can keep talking about this, and then we can come up with a game plan.
Okay.
Sure.
Can I harvest this deer before we leave?
Yes, please do.
I'm gonna
Hide
hand out.
and skull.
I'm gonna hand out the weapons and armor to everyone that I think they best suit whoever.
Can I pick up my dagger?
Yeah, I mean, you can get all your stuff. So, as I had said, while Ophelia's doing gross things, she probably would have found 12 gold pieces. I don't know if the party treasurer wants to take that, the
They
quartermaster.
put it in the treasurer
Oh, you
case
did.
thingy. Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Alright,
That's
so you
my job.
did mark it in the treasury?
Yes.
Okay. So it should be in there. As I said, they also have great axes and hide armor, but I don't know if anyone... Oh, and javelins. And the deer itself, give me a survival check. If you're going to harvest meat from it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hide meat, skull.
Okay. So Duranu and Ophelia, you're doing your own thing. Because you're working on the orcs right now. But Duranu, with a 24, you would get about 4 days worth of meat from it. But it's probably going to go bad within 2.
Yeah, it needs to be smoked. But I've got hide. Did I get the skull with the brain intact?
For what? The deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take the head of the deer if you want. It's not going to mind.
How long does that take to carve up?
It's probably like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I don't think it would take that long to take the deer head and get the meat.
I apologise to Ophelia for Fluffy eating one of the things that it looks like she wanted to harvest.
So, go ahead.
I'm saying it's alright.
So about 20 or so minutes have passed. It's now 1:10. What does the group want to do? You're also about 10 minutes into a short rest if you want to continue, because nothing there was strenuous.
Okay.
Can we just walk to the forest for the rest of the short rest?
I don't know if you can travel during a short rest. I don't think you can. Well, I mean, you could. Yeah, it would be a bit far, so you probably would have to stay here for the short rest. If you travel, then you could go there, then start the short rest again.
I mean, I
Okay.
think we're fine.
Yeah, I would not short rest then, and I would do like a watch on top of that hill whilst Moonbite is doing his thing.
Okay. So you are a bit visible as a horse on top of a hill.
I mean, Darren, did you get hurt at all? And be honest.
No, I'm completely fine.
Be
No.
honest.
Moonbiter was the only one who took a hit during that battle.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
guys
haven't
actually
been
did very well because you surprised them, so they didn't get to do anything their first turn.
Do not trust Darren after last time.
Do you have do you have medicine?
No.
All right, so he would look fine to you.
Do you still have a level of exhaustion, Doranu?
No, of course not.
Do you?
If you do, you would have to roll that survival check twice for getting the meat.
No, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I've used nothing.
Yeah.
I've shot a few
that's
arrows.
That's what I thought. I thought the fairy rest got rid of your last one.
Oh, gotcha. That's right. I honestly forgot that we actually got to sleep there because it was just fairies and hamster, and then we moved on. So, okay, that explains that.
Yeah, I've still got all of my spell slots. I've still got my summon drake and everything.
Philia, don't spend the hit dice yet because I have to see if anything happens during the rest.
Very spent, but I mean, alright.
Wait, weren't you at full health? Why were you spend hit dice?
I wanted to see if I can get my spell slot back, but I wasn't sure if I can do it without spending a hit dice. So I got it back.
I think if you click on the long or the short rest button, it'll give it back to you. But hang on, don't click that yet because I got to roll for something. So Durrani,
or do we have to roll for something?
Kind of both. What were you saying? Sorry, I cut someone off.
If we do get a short rest, then I do want to do arcane recovery.
Okay, so you are attempting a short rest. An arcane recovery is just an action you would do before, right?
It is during a short rest, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay, that was my mistake then. I must be thinking of the cleric one. So you're attempting to rest. Time is passing. Durrano, you're on top of the hill, on top of your horse.
I'll probably head towards the forest a bit and just like sit in the forest area, being all stealthy and sneaky, and just keeping an eye out, but still staying close enough to the guys to see them.
So the heavy forest is about 10 minutes from here. It's pretty far away.
Then, yeah, forget that. I'm just dismounting the horse and being
just
like on the hill then.
Yeah. All right, so give me a d20 roll, someone, as I roll something else.
Who wants it?
Helium. Nat 20.
Yes, the rest would pass without issue.
Nice.
Go ahead and spend a short rest if you want. Remember, you have 2 of them per day. So it is now 2 o'clock.
So another idea I had while I was taking a short nap was we had talked about me turning into an orc, which, alright, she kind of looks down at herself, alright. And sneaking and, pretending to be part of them. If they close, that might be an interesting idea if they close rank, especially, because then I'll be part of the rank.
It would be a little, since these are so when it comes to these iron camps, typically they're all self-contained groups. So if somebody just shows up, it's not like there's people coming and going, especially by themselves all the time. So it might be out of place that all of a sudden this orc that nobody knows just showed up, and there wasn't part of a patrol or anything.
It doesn't have to be like Trisha.
It would have to be one of the orcs who just killed, returning alone, which would look suspicious as fuck.
Or we sneak in, assassinate someone, and I take their place.
Yeah,
that's a better idea.
Well, we've already assassinated somebody.
No, but they're not expected back for a little bit, and plus it would be suspicious if only one person shows up. And as far as I'm aware, nobody else can change their face.
Oh, do you want to look like one of these guys that you killed?
No,
No.
I don't. I specifically do not.
What would that get us?
That would get us someone on the inside.
Her in a position to do sneak attacks and massive amounts of damage. Real
Massive
close
amounts
and
of
personal.
damage, but I can also sort of take down their defenses from the inside.
Give them false information. I can, if I've got line of sight to you, I can speak Goblin into your head. If you repeat what I say, it might pass as you communicating.
Well, I can cast comprehend languages so that I can at least understand what they're saying, and then and then how far does your telepathy go?
Let me double check. I don't think it's far, but I think I could. Where is it? Sonic Mind. Oh, it's 30 feet, so I'd have to be pretty close.
Yeah.
But without it, you wouldn't be able to speak back to them in Goblin.
Well, I wouldn't want to speak to them in Goblin. I would want to speak to them in Orc. So what if
Most of the people there were hobgoblins, weren't they?
Right.
Yes.
That's true.
And I don't know Orcish. At least that's an option.
Moonbiter knows Orcish, though.
No, I do not. We don't have anybody that can speak Orcish.
What if
What do you
if
speak
we
then?
I speak Draconic.
Moonbiter?
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me who was telling me phrases?
Darren in Orcish?
Darren.
I was telling you giant phrases and goblin phrases. I've never.
Yeah.
I don't know Orcish, do I?
And I think
know-
we were talking
so-
to them in Dwarvish at one point to try to like make it like
They,
force it.
I mean, you know that their forces speak Orc and Goblinoid. You've
Okay.
also heard some of them speak in Common, but more the Hobgoblins and the Orcs.
Yeah.
If we want,
So what I'm thinking is I don't actually have to talk to any. All right, if I just have like a few phrases of just like leave me alone, I'm busy, then I can sneak in, disrupt their defenses, so do things like steal their weapons, maybe damage some of their armor.
Cutting their longbows would be fucking brilliant. Cutting the strings.
Yeah. So sneak in.
well, here's an idea.
How long would you have to be there? Because like everybody that we saw with longbows had longbows with them, so we would be leaving you there overnight for them to go to sleep and then maybe damage their weapons.
Well-
Like
What if we took out one of the archers that are around there, and then Trisha made herself look like the archer we took out without them knowing?
Well, that's
And
what
then
I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
take out one guy who's already supposed to be there, and then I go in and pretending to be that one guy who's supposed to be there, and then slowly, and then like sort of again disrupt their defenses, like cut some of their armor pieces, maybe set their food alight so that they don't have any food rations.
And if you wanted, what we could do is give you 24 hours, and then we stand on the opposite side, blow the horn.
Yeah.
And then you're in there with them, and they'll send people out to us, and then. Or is that
Are they
just a
not going
bad
to?
idea?
Are they not going to send out scouts if the hunting party doesn't return for 24 hours?
Yeah, I'm worried about us sitting there close to them for a full day because, like, they're gonna eventually the hunting parties don't last all day. Like, they would eventually come back if they succeeded or failed. So if we're sitting there, they're gonna start looking for them, and they'll might run into us.
It doesn't have to, like, I don't need 24 hours. Like, I mean, if I have, like, 6 hours, I can cause quite a bit of mayhem.
If they're going to send out a scouting party, then why don't we just wait and take out the scouting party and then just keep whittling down their numbers?
Because then they're just going to dig in and fortify their defenses, and then we're not going to have a chance to take them out without. a big
Yeah.
fight.
And you do have the element of surprise still. You've taken out some of their people and they don't know.
Yes. So what I'm saying, like, I'm not. Yeah.
Unless we do like hit and run tactics on the archers around the outside, and we just kill one, like go in, kill one, run off, but then they'll just lock down again.
They're just gonna lock down. So me causing chaos from the inside disrupts their ability to be efficient.
I guess the question is if they discover you, because you're essentially going to be an orc, like visibly doing these things. If you get discovered, what happens then?
Sneaky. I'm pretty sneaky, and
the
I'm
other
very
thing
good
I'm
at talking my way out of things.
The other thing I'm slightly worried about is they have a half tiefling hobgoblin, and if he notices you doing magic, he'll out you.
But I'm not doing. Who says that I would be doing magic?
Well, you're
Disguise
still
yourself.
turning into
Well,
another
it's-
person.
It's cast, disguise self, right? That's the spell you use.
Right, but like, I mean, I'm not gonna be casting it while I'm in the camp. I would just cast it while I'm outside, and then sneak in.
It'll be active though to keep your disguise on yourself.
Right, but they're not gonna notice it.
But
And
if
that's
he
like
does
classic.
if he does detect magic or
But
anything
why
like
would
that,
they?
then it's
Why
not.
would they detect magic?
On some random
Oh.
orc girl coming into their camp?
But I'm not
Well,
gonna be a
no.
random orc.
I think
not.
I
I'm
think the
gonna-
first step of this puzzle is that we successfully take out a random orc that's supposed to be on guard duty for her to turn into, and that's like the first step of all this whole conversation. And if
One of the
I'm not-
one of the hobgoblin guards.
Yeah, the idea is not that I'm going in as Trisha. The idea is that I'm going in as one of the guards that is supposed to be there.
I guess my only concerns is that if anything goes wrong, we won't be able to know about it because we're not going to be in eyesight of the the camp itself. We're going to be further away.
Unless I take a horn, and unless I take that horn and I summon and we use it against them and I blow it to let you know that I'm in trouble.
If you're going in alone, I would at least want to keep you in eyesight so that if you do get discovered, I can put down some covering fire or something.
What if Quentin goes in with me as a mouse or something? Or a spider?
Yeah.
That will only last for 2 hours, and that will be expending all of my wild shapes to do
Are we
that.
not taking a short rest?
Oh, we took a short rest already.
Even with a short rest,
Yeah.
I only have 2 hours. I have each form for an hour.
Right.
So if I was with you for 2 hours, that's all my wild shapes gone.
I think what he's saying is he could only be there for an hour as a mouse.
Because he would pop up and have to find a place to hide and then do it again real quick with no one noticing him.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be so bad. And then he would also be able to cast Pass Without Trace on us. Or on me. So that we can be extra stealthy.
I mean, I can do that. We could do that for an hour, and then when I drop my first wild shape, I then turn into a direwolf and attack. Because I'm thinking the ogre and the tiefling are going to be the big problem in the fight.
You would know, Moonbiter, that Captain Graves is also very dangerous. He's not a standard hobgoblin.
Yeah. Like I don't mind your ideas. The problem is they both, if anything goes wrong, it's both you guys completely surrounded while we try to get to you in time to rescue you.
But again,
Which is why
I'm very good at convincing people that I'm not.
But you don't speak their language is the problem.
And how long would that spell
like? That's
last?
what I like. That's the crux that I'm also worried about. Is that like if you get into trouble where they see you doing something like inside the house or somewhere like further in, Durrani won't be able to talk to you because you're too far away and you don't speak. Like you can understand their language for an hour, but you wouldn't be able to speak back. And that was when you and I first went and found Melody.
What if,
wasn't the guy like, hey, why are you speaking in common? That's kind of weird.
I have a brilliant idea, and it's gonna be so stupid.
Go on.
What if I pretend to be an orc with no tongue? Or like a hobgoblin with no tongue. So I can't.
They would. The whole point of you going in there is that you are someone that's already there. So if someone that's already there doesn't
Bob,
have a
what
tongue,
happened
then
to your
that's
tongue?
perfect.
Oh God, Bob, what happened?
No, here, even better.
I bit my tongue.
We capture a guy, we cut his tongue off, we let him go, give him a week to recover, then we come back and kill him, and you turn into him.
Very convoluted.
Guys. We're missing the simple. We're missing the simple thing. It doesn't need to be complicated. He bit his tongue during lunch.
It doesn't have to be complicated. Right now, we're assassinating a guy so you can turn into him, so you and Quentin can go in there and do X, Y, Z.
Yes.
Okay.
We went from just sound the horn to.
I'm very good at lying. Okay, this is my skill, guys. Out of
I know, but you still don't speak their language though.
That's why I turned into a hobgoblin that bit his tongue, and now it's swollen and infected.
Okay.
And he can't speak.
How about we take out one of the hobgoblins? We do it quietly. You turn into them. You go to the giant or the ogre. You tell him to leave the camp. You tell him to follow you in giant. Get him out of the camp. Then that's one of the biggest threats that they're dealt with. I can tell you how to say follow me, and we need to go this way in giant.
Okay.
That gets the ogre out. We can deal with the ogre, hopefully quietly. And then they're an ogre down, they're a single guard down. That then gives you more flexibility.
Then there's just 14 of them to deal with?
Well, 10 of them, because you took out 4 of them.
Oh, I thought those 4 were separate from the 16 that were in there.
I think those 4 are separate from the 16. I didn't count them.
Okay. And the 10 are all in different places. So again, that's when the silent spell comes into play.
We don't have enough uses of that to effectively do it.
We don't need a lot of uses. We just need enough to whittle down their army, so that we're not being overtaken.
The only other issue is that's assuming the 5 that were in the house when I was watching are still in the house when we attack, and they're not positioned around. Because there were 5 in the house when I attacked, and there was 9. If we take out the ogre and 1 hobgoblin, there's still 9, including a tiefling spellcaster, outside, and that's assuming the 5 stay inside and aren't out wandering.
But even if they're out wandering, they're not going to be in one big group.
No, but that's still more eyes out there if they're all separate out. Because when I went, there was blind spot with 5 inside.
Question, DM: how much time has passed since we're all having this argument?
So I'm guessing this is kind of during the rest. So I won't penalize you too much, though. I'm assuming once the rest is done, you said you were gonna head for the camp, or because I mean, at a game, it's a little bit of analysis paralysis right now because you guys kind of keep going around with different plans. I think. I
just really want subterfuge.
Yeah, which isn't a bad idea, but the not talking thing could be it would make it harder for sure.
It would.
And I don't think Quentin coming with is a good idea because I only have the 2 wild shapes and then I'm out. And I think Pass Without a Trace would work, but only if we were going for an hour. If you want to spend a while.
I mean, taking out the surrounding guards quietly might be a good start, seeing how many you can get, and maybe you can get all of them before anyone notices.
I reckon with a bow's not very loud. I reckon with no one getting up close and personal and bows at range, we've got a good fucking chance of taking a couple out quietly. If we take a couple out quietly, just bows and daggers, if any of them don't drop the instant we launch the attack, feel you're on standby with a everything quiet, that could be our best option to take out as many guards around. No one getting the ogre out of there would also be a brilliant fucking option.
Yeah, and I mean...
What? Can you repeat that?
You getting the ogre out of there.
Yeah,
that ogre hurt a lot.
Cool. That's easy.
Yeah. Like, I can tell you the giants to follow me, so... If we try and take out one, quietly, and then try and get rid of the ogre quietly, then we might be able to start picking them off one by one. But
alright, so you're gonna try that, trying to take out one of the guards.
I guess so. Yes. That's.
All right.
I mean, that's got to be step one, anyways, of any plan that we do, because I need to take their form.
All right. Which direction do you want to approach the base from?
The sneakiest direction.
So south is south has more trees, so you'd have more cover coming in. So that could be a good option. Just do you want to come from southeast, southwest? Which one?
Southeast looked good to me when he was scouting. How many of you can shoot bows?
I do have an extra. I do have a bow if anybody needs one.
I've got 2 longbows and a short bow, so I think we've got enough between us. Like, but can you use them?
Mine is complete. I've never used mine, and it's completely useless to me. So if anybody wants it, and my 20 arrows.
All right. So some time passes as you are getting into position. I'll say it's about 3 o'clock now. You come around from the southeast. Are you using pass?
Would I have time before we got here to have cast comprehend languages again?
Yeah, if you want to take an extra 10 minutes, I can throw comprehend languages. And what about...
I want to at least be able to understand these people.
Okay. So it's 3:10. What about pass without trace? Are you using that again?
I'm not. Well, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know we're planning on attacking, but I don't know when we're going yet.
I think we're just going to try and take out one guard quietly at the moment.
Are you all approaching the base, or just some of you, or how do you want to do that? Because as you approach the base, you risk being seen.
Yeah, definitely the sneakiest of us.
So only a couple are going?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so who is going?
Me.
I will as well.
Alright, so Duranu. Are you riding your horse, Duranu?
No.
Okay. Are you bringing your pet?
I feel like we need, for Duranu's horse, we need, horseshoes of stealth.
Yeah, stealthy horseshoes. Alright, so just Duranu, no pet, and we said no one, and Trisha, and who else? Anyone else?
It's the last use of my. I can only do pass without trace once more. So if you want it, you can, and I can be a dire wolf, and Durano can be on my back. But yeah,
I would hope as we're going for just the stealthiest of us. I would hope we don't need it.
All right, so Duranu and no one. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, give me stealth checks for the two of you as you are approaching.
Oh no!
All right.
I'm good at.
I sneeze.
So you're kind of coming through the trees here, making some noise. You would notice the orc to the north is kind of looking in this direction, and he starts kind of walking down this way, drawing his great axe.
Okay, as an action, I want to turn into him.
All right. So no one suddenly goes and looks like the orc that's approaching, though still within the previous clothes she was wearing.
Yeah, I want to back up hopefully.
I'm gonna wait
just
for him to approach.
Okay. Are you trying to hide no one?
Sure.
All right. Give me another set of stealth checks as he's approaching.
Better.
Okay.
what
And then I want to sneak.
So he's looking around.
yeah,
He-
I'll already not
Sneak,
controlling at this point.
I sneak like right up to him, and then as soon as he comes within range, I want to like dab him.
All right. So you are trying to sneak towards him. I
Wait, does he
need.
have a horn? Wait, does he have a horn?
He does not know.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. What? Are you not attacking him?
No, never mind. I was planning on instead like stealing the horn, but if
Oh.
he doesn't have a horn, then I'll just attack him.
So give me initiative rolls.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Well,
there's
I
a lot
will-
of brush here, so it's hard for him
Okay.
to see.
And I will use my D8 for this.
Oh God. That's not what you want a natural one of.
No.
All right.
Not on this one. Wait, I'm using my D8.
Could have been worse. You could have got a natural one on your stealth.
Your token wasn't selected. You have to make sure your token's selected.
Chase face.
But I will give you the +5 to whatever you roll.
No.
Get above a 6.
I think you can beat his 6, yeah. Alright, so you have 16. So, yeah, just leave it like that. That's fine. So the first act is no one. So he's looking around. You are slipping through the brush. You rolled a 15, I think, so he does not see you. So you do get to attack with advantage as you pop out of the bush. 13 would hit him. So go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack.
Whoops. My sneak attack sucks.
Okay. So you double ones. Oof. You deal 5 damage to him. He roars. For his
Quietly?
turn, no, not very quietly. For his turn, he comes at you and yells, "Intruder!" as he swings his great axe.
Just a reminder, I look exactly like him.
Yeah, he does seem a bit confused, but he is still going to attack you. 16.
Wait, shield.
Alright, so as the axe is coming down, you quickly say an arcane word, knocking it back. Go ahead and spend your reaction. Oh, and mark yourself as having your dagger out. Duranu.
Let's shoot him.
You are also hidden, so you have advantage if you attack him.
Okay.
So you pop out of the brush. Haha, 22 will strike, doing 8 as he takes an arrow to the side, looking...
Not with me.
Yeah. Sorry, just being an idiot. And then I will bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so you cast Hunter's Mark as nature magics encircle him, making your attacks more effective. Go ahead and mark yourself as concentrating. No one, it's your turn. He is looking around now towards Duranu. He looks very badly wounded.
I'm gonna slit his throat.
Alright, so you stab at him. Yaw! Or at least attempt to. Oh, there it is. 21 will strike. For 6 piercing, which brings him down. You hear movement and noise from over here.
Okay, I wanna call over Duranu and like try to get. I want us to drag the body into the brush.
Alright, so you're going to try to drag him over and kind of hide as you're doing so?
Correct.
Okay, So, are you going over to help her, Duranu?
Yeah. I will help her, and just telepathically into her head, just say, "What the fuck's the play here?"
So, I need
Have you?
stealth checks from you two, as I assume you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. He shouted, "Intruder!
All right,
Did
so
you capture me?"
a guy
Or-
runs over here. As you're whispering to each other, he has his bow out and he's looking around. He says, Ragnar, is that you? And he walks this way, looking around.
I'm gonna look at Duranu and just like hopefully he understands what I'm thinking without saying anything. But I want him to like say, "Tell me what to say" in this dude's voice.
And you have
I'm just
comprehend
gonna-
languages right now, so you know what
I
he is speaking in Orcish, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. Telepathically into her head, in Goblin. I thought I saw something. No, it doesn't look like anything. It's nothing. It's all good.
Okay, I'm gonna step out.
So he immediately has his bow up towards you and then looks at you strangely.
And I'm gonna repeat whatever Duranu said in Goblin.
He would say to you, "Where's your armor? Where's your axe? What are you doing in the bushes?"
Taking a shit
Orc.
in Goblinoid.
He says that in Goblinoid now.
Like, I translate that into her head, basically.
What did you say?
Taking a shit. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
why
say
you're
that.
not in your armor.
I say that.
He looks at you kind of funny. He says, "Why did you yell?"
I thought I saw something. Just
I
a
thought-
squirrel.
I thought I saw something. It was a squirrel.
Give me a deception check.
I so want to add my own stuff to this, but I know I can't.
He nods and says, "All right, don't yell about stupid things like squirrels. I thought you were under attack." He kind of lowers his bow and starts walking back this way.
Okay, I'm gonna head back in. I'm gonna strip down and I'm gonna change into the orc's armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And I'm gonna
help
take,
her do that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take his weapon and everything, but I'm gonna hang on to my dagger.
Took his keys, apparently.
Took his keys.
Alright, yeah, you take all his stuff.
Took his wedding ring.
His axe is heavy. Like, ugh, this is heavy.
I'm not going to be able to wield it for sure, but I at least want to carry it around.
Put it on his back or on your back. Okay, so you put on this guy's armor. You know that this is heavy armor. You are not trained to use this, and if you have to fight in this stuff, you are gonna just be terrible at it.
No, and I can't use my blade song either.
Yeah, but you do look a lot more like him, minus some of the muscles.
No, I should look exactly like him.
All right. Well, you have a bunch of fake muscles then. Yeah, so you look like him.
Yeah.
That's fine. What do you want to do?
Should we go back to the group and decide? I don't want to go rogue or anything, but I really want to go.
I think we could take out the hobgoblin that just talked to us without too much issue. If we manage to clear this crossing, I reckon we could just quickly take him out.
Do you want to take out the hobgoblin, or do we want to leave the ogre away?
I think being a hobgoblin is going to be a more effective disguise.
Okay, let's go take out the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over and
Okay.
I want to go look for that hobgoblin that we just talked to.
I'm going to telepathically, as she's out in the open, just be like, check if the coast is clear for me to cross these bushes.
I'm gonna check if the coast is clear.
I mean, there's no like. So you see him here. You don't see anyone else close by.
Okay.
I don't. Do I see this guy up here?
Up here, yeah, you can see him as well, but he's farther away.
He's farther away. It shouldn't be an issue for Daranu to cross.
He actually, he is not actually there. Sorry, he's over here right now.
Okay.
He's up north more.
All right. I'm gonna quietly gesture to Daranu to come.
Okay. I'll try and cross the clearing then.
Give me a stealth check.
That,
You are super quiet as you move through the grass into these new trees.
I am the tree.
How long did it take her to put her armor on?
It was heavy, so probably 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it's about 3:20 now. So as you approach, the hobgoblin just sort of nods at you. He says in Hobgoblin, did you finish your gathering duties? I don't see your berries with you.
Yeah, I thought I'd leave them while I was taking shit.
I repeat that.
He shakes his head. He says, you're supposed to bring them back to the lodge. Why would you eat them?
I didn't eat them. I put them down so I didn't get shit on them.
He says, well, where are they?
Just up there.
Yeah, he shrugs. He says, all right, well, did you see anything besides the deadly squirrel over there?
No, nothing at all.
All right, I'll just keep your eyes out.
While this is happening, I'm gonna like walk towards him, like casually.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm going to bonus action, move Hunter's Mark to no one. Because I don't know if people can tell if they're marked. So
they would feel odd if they don't have Arcana or if they don't have Nature, they wouldn't necessarily know what it is, but they would definitely feel strange if they were being affected by Hunter's Mark.
Okay then I'm just gonna hold. I've got an arrow knocked and drawn, and I'm just waiting for it to get in range, and then I'm gonna try take two of taking this guy out.
So you're gonna walk up to him?
Yeah. Do I see anybody within, like around us, or are we pretty much alone?
There is a guy over here who's not looking in this direction, but he is there. So if this guy yelled, he would probably hear it.
Yeah. So
we've got one shot.
I don't know how to see. Okay. Did Daradu teach me like, hey, I thought I heard something over there?
Probably not.
Because
I want one way.
Okay, I'm gonna be really weird. I want to walk up to him and I want to grab his hand.
All right. So he's standing there, kind of looking around as you walk up to him. You take his hand, and he looks at you kind of strangely. What are you doing?
I will say to her, come this way.
This way, honey.
Oh God.
So are you saying come this way? Like you trying to be sultry, or how are you saying it?
Like, yeah, sultry. We're gonna seduce this guy over into a boat.
Give me a persuasion check.
Please meet no one's new person.
This is like the classic, I'm seducing someone.
I'm just taking a shit. I'll grab your hand.
He is going to say...
Would you, before we know that, like, I know you're supposed to let us know, or I know we're supposed to use inspiration before the roll, but can I use inspiration on this roll, please?
All right, just because I think it's funny. This one time, make sure you say it before. So you spend an inspiration point. He gives you a bit of a look, and he says, "I'm supposed to be on guard duty. This is not a good time."
It'll only take a minute, honestly. Got something to show you.
He
I've never explored these feelings before.
he says, "Where are we going?"
Just out of sight.
All right, where are you leading him?
Over here. towards our dead friend.
Alright. You get the feeling that maybe these two had some kind of relationship.
Yes, I did.
Who broke whose heart?
What is going on?
Alright, so you lead him over here. He says, alright, why don't we just go in the bushes here? He's like kind of unstrapping his armor a bit.
I'm so confused.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll go into the bushes. We'll go into the bushes.
Alright.
I've got like a fucking arrow on some pointers.
Give me another stealth check, Duranu.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god. Oh shit.
This is so chaotic.
So there's a bit of a rustling of leaves. He's gonna turn around and be like, "What was that?"
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna help him take off his armor.
Alright, give me another persuasion check. It's like, "No, I think I heard something."
Oh
It's
god.
that squirrel.
Oh, fuck. Can I bonus action on this mark him and just fucking loose an arrow?
Alright. No, not stealth, persuasion.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
You suddenly hide as well.
I...
Alright, so you kind of grab him and say, like, you maybe grab his head or something, like, "No, there's nothing there." Did you say you're just going to shoot him, Duranu?
I'm just gonna telepathically tell no one, just get your dagger ready, and then hunter's mark and shoot him.
Alright.
No, I want to take his armor off.
Oh my god.
Oh, you want to wait, try to get his armor off? It's going to take some time. He's wearing chainmail.
I want to take his armor off.
Alright, you going to wait, Duranu?
I know
I'm
why.
very-
So
Awkwardly watching. Just like, oh.
I'm very obviously taking his armor off.
I know
Okay.
why, because you can definitely hit.
That's gonna take
Lower
too
his
long.
AC.
He's left his guard post.
He
There's
says,
two people missing from the guard post.
He's helping. There's two people doing
he
it.
says, you don't have to take all my armor off, as he takes off like some of his chainmail. He says, "I can keep my chest piece on."
A quickie. Disrespectful. Anyway.
Disrespectful.
I mean, it's a quickie in the bushes. Let's be fair. All right, I'll just take off like his lower armor then.
Alright, so you think you have a good amount of his armor removed, or Duranu, you think he has a bunch of his armor removed now.
Just
Cool, I'm gonna shoot him, and I'm just
Alright.
gonna aim for the back of the head, hunter's mark, and shoot him.
Give me initiative rolls.
Oh, I love this.
Cool.
Do it slowly. Oh god, what the?
Caught with his pants down.
Alright, so no one, you go first. You would... I assume you're waiting for him to get shot by Duranu, as you would see Duranu in the bushes getting the arrow ready. The hobgoblin... Alright,
Hopefully surprised.
yeah, no, he's going to be surprised. I'm just trying to think how this would play out. Because Duranu's shot might start things off. So why don't we go to Duranu? Go ahead, take your shot.
Yeah, so 100 mark.
Alright, so as your bonus action, he says, something feels off. Alright, 14. will actually strike him thanks to the armor being removed. So
Okay.
he is like, I think something is wrong. I feel that. And he goes down. As he gets an arrow through the neck.
My love, no. I just quietly do like this dramatic like death lover scene.
Oh no, both scene right there, and just like no.
Oh, you can't yell. It'd be like
Quietly. No.
Yeah, quietly. Okay, so
I'll never
he's
leave. I'll never leave you,
Quiet.
Jack. I'll never leave you. Put him in the bushes.
And then I'll become my dead lover, and I will undress him and redress myself.
all right. So he has a key. He has his armaments. He has a horn, and he has 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
So just add any of those that you want to take to your inventory. You wonder what this key is for. We are a little bit over, so we might want to end here.
Yeah.
Shall we go back now? We've got a good disguise. 2 of them are missing. Take the bodies with us and fuck off.
Sorry, that's 5 gold pieces, a key.
5 gold pieces, a key, a horn, and of course his bow and arrow and sword.
How many arrows?
You would have 20 arrows, a full quiver.
He has a
What
quiver
kind of sword
tip.
is it?
Sorry, what?
What kind of sword is it?
Longsword.
Okay.
Standard hobgoblin longsword.
Can that be used as a dexterity?
No, longswords are not. They're not dexterity weapons, and I don't think you have proficiency in them as a rogue wizard.
No.
Although you probably would take it for the outfit if you're going to put his chainmail
Yeah.
on and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a prop like the big ass great axe.
All right. Go ahead and give me whispers with who you want for MVP. Because I gotta take off. Alright, I got 2, 3 votes. No one with 2 votes. Oh wait, no, it's a tie. Duranu and no one. I need a D20 roll off.
We were both pretty amazing.
It was impossible to pick. It's only because I was like, Dorana was telling you everything to say telepathically.
Alright, so 11, Duranu, you are MVP. Congrats.
I think Trisha would have really appreciated it more if you went a little. Like you were pretty chill about it, but that's something we'll have to like discuss later. In character.
Oh.
Trisha teaching you how to bring up the drama.
Here's a question. I've just seen you shape change twice, and I would be familiar with changelings.
Yeah, so you probably know that she's not just using magic.
I want an Arcana check.
I would give Arcana or Nature for this one because of the Fae.
And can I roll Deception?
I think it was more spur of the moment, so I don't know if you'd have time to deceive because you just suddenly turned into the orc. So I'd probably just say Arcana or Nature on his part.
And wouldn't I fake the spell?
Would you?
I mean, that would have made noise if you were trying to make casting sounds. And I assumed you were just trying to hide.
Alright.
Don't worry, my nature and arcana are shit.
Okay.
So you can roll one of those. You might be a little suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Like,
Just
if you called a shape changer by fairies,
and the fairies did call her a shape changer too. So you might be a little suspicious. I don't know if you'd be flat out like she's a shape changer, but you might be like, You might be starting to file away some clues in your mind. But yeah, good game, everyone. I will see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, take care. I'll be here taking notes if anyone needs to talk or anything.
All right.
Is this
At least for a
where
little bit.
at the start of the next session? What we do is we just start off with Durano using his dragon's breath and just alerting everyone, right?
Yeah, I'm just running right in.
Run up to someone and shout, dealing massive amounts of noise.
You know what, I'm not gonna lie, the minute they were just like, is that deadly squirrel? I was just like, I really wish I'd gone just so I could jump out and just like,
I know.
wild
I
shape
was
into
like
a dial.
so disappointed. Yeah, that would have been so funny. No, I wanted Dario to be like, yeah, I have like, I ate something really bad. Like, oh boy, my stomach is like exploding. Like, it's bad.
Well, that would have limited your later options if I'd have been like, oh, I've got explosive diarrhea, and the whole to do something would have been
I don't know. Maybe he's into it. Maybe it's a king.
maybe he's into
That's a bad king. I'm not gonna lie. That was
King
just
shaming.
Don't
No,
shame him. Let him live
that
his
gets
truth.
kink shamed. That gets
Yeah.
kink shamed. Like, shitting on people
That
gets
gets
kink
kink
shamed.
shamed.
Like,
That is
Not even
unacceptable.
shitting. Not even shitting. Just explosive diarrhea.
yeah, that gets kink shamed. Like, no.
You should feel
Like,
bad.
I'm all in. You should feel bad if you like that.
Yeah, so what did your Tuesday afternoon group do? They had explosive diarrhea on one of my hobgoblins.
And it was fantastic.
And it was sexy.
What did your Tuesday
it was-
group do? Well, one of them scouted as a squirrel, the other one seduced a hobgoblin, and then murdered them both.
That was
True to a
beautiful.
Miva form. Just.
To be fair,
That was
she didn't murder them. I did.
Oh,
I have to
boy.
say, that was truly beautiful. Yeah, no, I was
I'm
like,
not-
no, not my love.
So at
I
some
just thought
point, I expect Trisha to stab me for killing her lover,
Brad. His
even though
name's
she wasn't
Brad.
Trisha at the time.
His name's Brad. That's the.
I mean-
This is a new.
Yeah, she wasn't as Trisha though. She was as. what
This is
it,
Brad.
Rob, Tuck, something like that. Brad.
No, it's Brad.
But it
Brad.
was-
It's Brad.
Wait,
is Brad.
Hobgoblin's Brad?
Yeah,
Brad.
This is your new
Brad.
character, Brad.
he's
Brad.
like a hopeless romantic Brad who's just like every single person he's like hopelessly in love with. He's not like Trisha. He doesn't do drama. He's
gonna
just
say-
all for romance.
Coming up with like characters for all the people you murder is a little bit creepy.
No, it's not. It's perfectly reasonable and rational.
It's just funny.
Especially,
This was
especially
Brad.
especially if I just become them afterwards.
Yeah, that's just fucking weirder.
Not creepy
I'm
at
not-
all.
All
It's fun.
Philia weird. Like,
Yeah.
delicious.
Philia's taken entrails, you're like murdering people and like making up characters for them. It's fine. This is
Oh my
fine.
god, Quentin's quite normal. Quentin's quite normal.
He's
Yeah,
pretty boy
I-
Quentin.
He's just pretty boy.
I would say that the one thing I'm excited about is if everybody figures out that Carrot is a changeling, then I can just start like turning into people that I'm planning on killing, and just fully like psychologically damage.